Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's wonderful episode of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Part 5, The Soggy Court. Today is January 23rd, 2021, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these sessions. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are made available for free under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, we do have a Discord up that you can join. I'm posting the link in the Twitch chat to the side right now. You can also find the link in the description of this video or audiocast down below. That has a link, that has a chat designed for our questions for the courts, because we have a Patreon set up. That is at patreon.com/indooradventures, where we host our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. The Patreon, at least the after show, is also available for free. If you want to end up supporting the show, you're more than welcome to do that there. But let's say that you already support us on Patreon. You already support us on Twitch and YouTube and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Guess what, buddy? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks, and most importantly, we also have TM masks. That's right, we got face masks in a variety of designs and colors designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, where all of the proceeds end up going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So, if you would like to help support a good cause, or possibly help support the show, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, RJ, who are you playing today?
Hello everybody, I am RJ, and today I'm playing Vice, the Tiefling Rogue.
I forgot which part I was muted on. Hey everybody, I'm Sarah. I'll be playing Lowry Moon, the Hexblood Spore Druid.
Howdy y'all, I'm Mediaflare, and I'm going to be playing Pamferdam Roski, the Gnome Artificer.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae. I'm going to be playing as Clout, the Tiefling Bard.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be your Dungeon Master. But before we even begin the recap or tonight's session, I would like to say happy birthday to Mediaflare. Everybody in the chat, today is Mediaflare's birthday.
That's my birthday!
Go leave a comment, leave a chat, go follow them on their Twitter at Mediaflare. Incredible role player, wonderful voice actor. Go and support my friend. That is my recommendation and attempt at a birthday wish. So happy birth from all of us here at Indoor Adventures to you.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. So, don't thank me just yet, because we still have a full 3 hours of Dungeons & Dragons to play. So, last we left off, you all had made your way on the top of the Queen's Road and decided to adventure more into the lands of Hither here in these demi-plane of Prismeer. It is kind of like a domain of delight if you followed any of the Wizards of the Coast releases previously, in that it is technically the Feywild, but it's kind of like its own thing within the Feywild. It's its own separate entities where this adventure takes place, obviously. But atop of the Queen's Road, you ended up seeing a balloon crash and go off into the fog, and your all's thought was, nah, enough of that, though. We're not going to do anything related to that balloon. And you decided to go down the side of the Queen's Road using a well-placed Speak with Plants, because we said fuck it to Speak with Animals for Lowry, because it made more sense. And upon reaching the bottom, you realized it's soggy. You're in a swamp, and this place kind of blows. And you have especially figured out that this place kind of sucks when you were encountered by none other than some Harengon Brigands, these rabbit folk that seem to inhabit the land of Prismeer, where they confronted you and told you quite plainly that you were being robbed. Upon being robbed of one memory, exactly one, from our dear friend Lowry, or not even a memory really, but a feeling of delight and joy upon receiving a gift, the Brigands decided that, well, close enough, and they decided to leave. They were not interested in attacking you all. It seemed like it was a fairly run-of-the-mill robbery, as it was. They ended up leaving. After they had left, you noticed that the water began to rise. It was very gross and yucky. You ended up finding what's called an O well, which is surrounded by a bunch of will-o-wisps, kind of like gushing swamp water out of it. Very yucky, very gross. You also met up with some stilt walkers. Clout pulled a boat off of his neck thanks to Vice's well-placed slap, and once again you sailed towards where you believed the hag to be. After you had rowed for several hours going through this swamp, you ended up hearing the sounds of plap, 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 as what looked like hundreds of humanoid feet on the bottom of a tavern began making its way towards you, only for them to shimmy shake their way down. Once the tavern had been established, you all went inside in a variety of entrances, Clout attempting to bring the boat that he had summoned with him, successfully getting it through the door. Lowry was then told that, hey, being the monarch of the Witchlight is actually a thing here, which is very cool. And Lowry, being the very helpful, very kind person that you were, told yourself, I want to speak to this house and see if the house will take me to where the hag is, which was a location that you had all learned was called Downfall. The house, after a rather spooky interaction with it, seemed like it was willing to bring you all to Downfall in the condition that it let Lowry let it be her hut at a later point in time, and gave her a glowing blue mushroom as a kind of like a seal upon the deal, as it were, which that seems pretty run-of-the-mill and in no way threatening. So you were able to get this mushroom, make your way back to the group, and as your group returned, that is where we ended last week's session. So you have told this house that you would like to go to Downfall. The house told you it can't get you all the way there, but it can at least get you close, at least within viewing distance of this place. So there is going to be some travel time here at the bar inside of this tavern, this end of the road tavern, as it were. So you also are in for a long rest, should you so choose. This house seems like it is no longer doing the DVD menu bounce, but is on a steady course. So what would you all like to do as the session begins? Or is there anything you would like to do in particular?
Pamferdam would like to just double check on the pricing of a room, just because they want to make sure that they actually do the appropriate reciprocity. Reciprocity.
The reciprocation for the room. I feel like I also trip up over that word. You were told that basically, as long as your goal is to talk to Zybilna, find out what the deal is, why Prismere has been broken up into these three places, that if you are to do that, your room is free.
All right. In that case, Pam is going up to one of the rooms so that they can turn their backpack upside down and just throw all of their junk on the floor and tinker for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, so Pam, when you reach your room, it is, it's pretty bare bones, I would say. Like, there's a blanket here, but the blanket kind of like smells mildewy. It's hard not to have this kind of mildew smell when you are surrounded by swamp. But all things considered, there's a candle, a little candle holder. It's just very Spartan in terms of like room and board. It's nothing spectacular for sure.
All right, perfect. There's a whole bunch of space. I don't gotta move anything out of the way.
All right, so, yep, Pam is going up to begin their tinkering process. Lowry, Clout, and Vice, are there anything that the three of you would like to do? Vice, you had said that you were going to be putting on a show for Sue, the tavern owner. Is that still on the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably sat up by the bar and he's tuning his viol.
Okay. So Vice is tuning the viol, Clout, and Lowry. Is there anything that the two of you would like to be doing as we begin a little bit of downtime and then a long rest? I feel like that is on the table, or am I misreading the situation?
No, Lowry's gonna need that long rest.
All right.
She's probably gonna snoop around a little bit and just check out the place, and then go to bed.
Clout had kind of a cold and scary experience down in that basement, so I think he is going to take a bath, and then go to bed.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so Lowry, make what are you trying to investigate? Like, what are you poking around for? Are you looking for anything in particular?
Like, it's just that first like new homeowner look around. She's opening all the cupboards. She's in every closet, just taking measure of her new hag hut, apparently.
Yeah. So I would say make a perception check.
Where's perception? 5.
5. This is definitely like you're opening, like, open cupboard. Okay, there's some mugs. Okay, cool. Close it. And then like plates. Awesome. Close. Like, and then it's that moment where you're by the sink and you see the slidey drawer and you're like, all right, one of two things. That's either like the weird junk drawer or the silverware's in there. And you open it up. Thank God it's silverware. Like, of course the silverware belongs in that spot. And as you're kind of looking around, you notice that like things are laid out in the same way as a lot of other establishments that you've been in have done. It seems like there is like a common setting for this as far as like how you want to get things set up, a very efficient manner. But yeah, you don't end up finding anything out of the ordinary. Sue is a little curious as to what you're doing, but then when you kind of explain the situation, she will give you like, she doesn't really particularly want to give you like a new homeowner's tour when this is her home, but she understands the situation as a whole. And you know, Lowry, as well, that what the house had basically explained to you is that not that you will get this house, but you can transfer that like moving sentient embodiment of house with that mushroom into a new thing at a later time when they are free to move around a bit more.
You're not getting that house. You're just getting a scary cold basement.
You're getting cold feet.
Basically, yes.
That's what you think.
So yes, you will continue looking around, and in the meantime, Vice, you are tuning up your viol. Pamferdam has left. Lowry's kind of getting a general tour. What style of song is Vice going to be playing? Is it something upbeat? Is it something somber? Is it something that's more of like you're playing the standards just because like somebody asked you to play, you're not really feeling it? Like what is on Vice's playlist for today?
If you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend Folkin' Around by Panic at the Disco. It is a great song. Brendan Urie shows his chops there. Range, anyway. But it's like a folky jig sort of song. If I remember one of the lyrics correctly, it's like, your melody has never been as sweet as the first time it was sung.
Okay. So I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
All of the songs that Vice knows, are these like newer songs that he knows, or are these ones that Vice has known since he started his new life?
They are songs that Vice has known.
Okay. Secondary question. Would Clout know any of these songs?
Maybe.
Possibly.
So if you will indulge me, for the sake of RP and drama, can we say that Vice knows this song?
Clout knows the song.
Or Clout knows
Yes.
this song. Obviously,
Yeah,
Vice
no,
knows
I'm-
this song. It's happening
I'm-
again. I need to
Don't worry
move
about
you
it.
two in the layout.
I'm already justifying it in my head. I think I know exactly why he knows this song.
Okay.
And
So,
I've never been more scared to be alone.
Clout,
I
you
wanna say that
are taking your
Clout's-
bath.
Well, he's upstairs. He's already finished his bath. He's not the kind of person to linger. And he's just kind of like at first glance, it looks like he's flexing in the mirror. But he's like
Washing the
Yeah.
back, though.
he's got his shirt off. And essentially he's just trying to take stock of what tattoos he has, and he's like trying to like sort of like figure out which one's real and which one's, you know, removable. And like I think that he like literally like puts a finger on one on his clavicle. We'll say it's a we'll say it's a dagger. And he just sort of like moves it like a little bit, and it kind of like shifts, and he's like, and then he like looks at some like words on his knuckles, and he like tries to move those, and those don't move, and he's like, and he scratches the back of his head when he starts hearing that song. And he just sort of tips his head like,
So, Vice or Clout, goddammit, for this, there has been you've had, I want to say, like a strange feeling towards Vice since you've met him. As we established in the first episode, there is a layer of face blindness.
yeah, his face is weird and fuzzy.
Exactly. Oh, Momo, thank you so much. Thank you for them biddies. His face is weird and fuzzy, as you have described it. But the thing that is so strange in this moment, and was also strange when you were down in the guts of the house, traversing with Lowry, you know this song, but specifically you have heard Vice sing this song before, but you're fairly certain this is the first time you've ever met him, but you've heard this before.
I think like his brows just sort of furrow, and he's gonna like come out of the bathroom, go like down the hall and into his own room. He'll go and dig out his own veal, and he's just gonna like sort of stand there for a second, close his eyes, and like just start fretting the notes of the song. And like following along with the chords of what the like we'll say it's like a two veal song, and so he's going to like start fretting the harmony parts, and not actually start playing, but I do think he gets caught up, and eventually the bow comes out and he plays right at the end.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. Ooh, I've got real dice.
Click clacks.
Click clacks, no take backs.
I got a 15.
Okay, a 15. So, as you were playing, and as this song continues to play, one thing that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light had established, and many of the other members of the Witchlight Carnival had kind of told you as well, and as a former performer, you are again among the thought. There is something about the power of a song and how it is able to bring about the transition to possibly a simpler time, or that it just has kind of like an air of nostalgia to it. And as you are fretting out the song, as you hear Vice playing in the distance, you kind of close your eyes as your bowstring comes out, and as you continue to play, there is a moment where in your mind's eye, in your memories, you can kind of feel yourself being drawn back to the time where you feel like you would have first heard this song. But it's almost like there is a layer of fog about you, like in your memory, that is preventing you from being able to go that far. It seems like there's something blocking you from remembering the origin of where you had heard this. And
Clout's bullheaded, so he would try to push past that fog. And I think that's the moment where the bow comes out. I think that's like, I think the muscle memory on the frets is helping him, and he doesn't even really think about it. He just like starts playing really aggressively, so it could be heard from upstairs. Go on, continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
And Vice, you start hearing a like aggressive harmony of the song that you are playing coming from upstairs. Pamferdam and Lowry, like Pamferdam, you are in the process of making stuff, and like, hey man, you got Spotify now, like you got like a Discover Weekly going on in the background. This is pretty tight. Lowry, you and Sue, as you're having your tour, Sue just seems very happy that music is being played, but Lowry, you kind of get the sense that like it's a little discordant as far as the music is coming through. Like it's a harmony, sure, but it sounds like one of the performers has not practiced in a little while, or if they have, they're making a point to make the music sound angry, something music typically is not heard sounding, at least from where you're from. But Clout, as you attempt to push past that, you did score well enough on your wisdom saving throw that there is, whereas as music typically will like bring about a memory of a simpler time and like kind of fill you with that nostalgia, rather than having that wave of, or that recollection of that memory, it's like you get a taste. Like you get like the memory of a taste in your mouth, and it is the memory of noodles. Like a smoky night and noodles is the taste that kind of fills your mouth as you continue to play this song. And like as you try and think back harder, like you can't, there's still no faces, there's still no people, there's no surrounding to this thought of a smoky night and noodles, but like that is all that kind of like comes up as part of the memory.
Can Vice walk over to a pipe and knock on it with his bow? Like, so that Clout can hear it?
For sure. Cloud is not making their song or presence hidden at all.
Oi! Key of G! Key of G!
It's like he just like looks over at is this like a,
It's like an air vent situation.
or is this like a literal like, some old houses had like these pipes that you could communicate through, like it was in the Aristocats.
I would say you have an Aristocats pipe in this house. Like, how else are you supposed to order things in the top room when the place you order from is on the bottom?
Like I think Clout's gonna like just sort of like stare at that thing, and look down at his veal, and he's like, oh, it is out of tune. And then he just like shakes his head, and he's gonna walk over to the pipe and just like slam the cover down. And there's just a clang that comes from the pipe on the other end.
I was gonna say it's not a clang because it's a cover. You just hear like boom, like you just hear like the soft cover of it.
That asshole. He hung up on me. Can you believe that house?
The house groans. Just sounds like floorboards are shaking. Or not shaking, but just like settling.
Clout's gonna put his veal away and get dressed.
Vice plays a new song.
Let's play a veal just in a towel.
There's a fan art moment for all of us.
Whee!
Little leg kicky and the towel like unfurls a little bit.
The nice slit along the side.
I would like to commission Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com. I have a request.
when he fucking like hangs up the pipe, the towel comes off completely. Just like,
Huh. It's getting late and I cannot seem to find my way home tonight. Vice sings.
Okay. Yeah, and Clout, as you put your clothes back on or putting at least, like, are you getting ready for bed at all? Or was this just like, yeah, go fuck yourself, close, and then you're just gonna, like, angrily go to bed?
I want to say that he hasn't eaten yet, so he'll get dressed, think about going to bed, and then realize that he's hungry, and will resigned go back downstairs to get some food.
Okay. When you come back down, Vice, were you just like, you were singing, but were you like singing near the pipes in hopes that like one song would travel to Clout?
He'd probably walk away from the pipes, but still be right there.
Oh, for sure. So yeah,
On
Clout,
the
when
off
you come
chance.
down, like you come down and you see Vice just sort of like hanging out near the pipes, just singing to himself. And again, like this feels like a song that you should know, but when you try and think about the song, all you're met with is smoking noodles.
Smoking noodles. Before he heads down, he will drop by Pamferdam's room, and just sort of like knock on the door frame and say, "Hey Pam, I'm gonna grab some food. You want me to bring you something?" You're muted.
Sorry, I had a towel under the door. Yeah, I could go for some food. Hey, how many legs does the house have again?
God, I don't know. Did you count?
Well, not really. There's a whole lot. I didn't have time.
I can ask, I guess.
Okay, I'm working on something that might be helpful so we don't have to carry boats inside the building all the time.
Oh. All right. Cool. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Heads downstairs.
As Cloud's heading downstairs, Vice looks up and... God. I want to say this is a familiar feeling, because I want to say that Vice says, "Hey Cloud, Pop said we need to go check on the horses."
Who's Pop?
I said Lowry's out checking out the house.
Just stares at you.
Do I have something on my face?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. There's no mirror, jackass.
Just shoves past him to go grab some food.
Yeah, and Clout, the food that you find, it's not impressive. There's some mushrooms. There's some bread. And there's
a
like...
tavern. They don't serve food here?
Think about the current climate and the fact that normally this house could go and like collect food from the different areas of Prismere and has instead been stuck in a swamp.
Well, I mean, he would go to Sue.
There's a nice salad.
He'd go to Sue first and ask if there was food. And assuming she said no, he'd ask if there was a kitchen.
Sue said that she didn't have anything hot and ready, but she could make you something. She could make you
Cream of mushroom and some bread.
cream of mushroom, some bread. Or if you don't mind waiting, she may have a little bit of swamp boar.
He asks if he can help.
Yeah. She would appreciate that.
Yeah. He'll play sous chef.
No, she's playing sous chef.
God. I realized what I said as soon as I said it. I was like, she can be Sue the chef, and he'll be the sous chef, as in like S-O-U-S. And she can be Sue as in T-S-U. And like, I don't know, like, hope nobody gets sued as in S-U-E-D. I'm done.
Excellent. So yeah, Sue will begin the process of making some food. And Cloud, as you are watching her work, like she's making a salad, but the salad that she is making is like a lot of like brambles and like like sword fern leaves and other like tiny bits of plant life that she's found. Again, it seems like mushroom is like the most hearty food that she has available. As far as soup, she does warn you that it doesn't taste the best because she hasn't had access to great ingredients lately, but she does have like a small patch of things that she grows in the cellar of the house thanks to her druidic magics. So she's at least able to outfit you with a decent enough meal. And again, she does offer some swamp boar if you're feeling interested. She does warn you, however, that it was heavily salted in order to be preserved. And this has been like the way that Prismere has been. This boar, while edible, is definitely more on like the jerky side of meat rather than it being like a nice shank kind of thing.
I've got a question about the boar.
Sure.
Could this talk?
She says no, but you can make an insight check if you'd like.
Oh boy. I sure as heck would. Insight. Oh yeah. That's a 14.
A 14. She says no, and then you give her a more a more scrutious look.
Oh my god.
And she just like looks at you and then like tilts her head off and just says, well, to be fair, I didn't ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the boar.
Safe choice.
I'll make some food.
Okay. Yeah, so you make some very nice food.
He'll dish some up, put it on a tray, bring some up to Pam, shove some in Vice's hand on his way past.
Yeah, and Lowry, what have you been doing? Because Clout came by and basically stole Sue away so that way he could make some grub.
Mm-hmm.
Were you helping out in the kitchen?
I don't think she has any culinary skills. She probably sat down at one of the tables and set her hat in the center of the table and just put her arms on her chin on her arms and just started talking to the mushrooms on her hat.
Okay. I would like to say, your mushrooms respond well.
Oh, she
Thank
doesn't
you.
cast magic to talk to them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He'll, if she's in sight, he'll pass her a bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Go upstairs, put a bowl on the ground.
This Cloud is leaving. You just hear. Anyway, here's Wall of Force.
Knock on Pam's door.
Yeah.
You don't have any like dietary restrictions, do you?
Not as far as I'm aware. Nothing like caused me any stomach problems yet.
Cool. I'm just gonna press a bowl into his hands.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to ask about the legs. What are you planning on anyway?
Oh, so I've been kind of like thinking about like how we need something that can like keep an eye on our gear, like a little companion we can leave behind. And so I'm gonna make a little homunculus servant so that it can tie it up to a tree for us, or if we need it to go squeeze into small areas, stuff like that. That could be helpful too. It's gonna be able to walk pretty much on anything, and it could fly. I have to figure that out first.
I thought you were a toy maker.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to make. Well, I haven't really made a toy in a while, But it's basically a toy, like a toy that's going to help us out.
Right. And this is related to what you lost at the carnival?
What? No, this is just going to help us so that you don't have to. Yeah, I just think it's weird that you brought a boat all the way inside the building. So this might be able to help make that not happen again.
I mean, the building moves, so.
All right, but then we could tie the boat on the outside.
I couldn't find a place to tie it.
That's what this will be for. This can take care of that problem for us.
Huh. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, it should be done by the morning.
You're not gonna sleep?
Oh, eventually at some point like that, but I kind of want to make sure that I get this done first, you know?
Right. Okay. Well, make sure you sleep.
Okay.
And he'll head back downstairs and sit next to Lowry and eat his food.
There's a very intense debate between Sunrise and Osfarin about whether or not they should even be staying in this inn, and Lowry is all for it, but Sunrise and Osfarin seem to be giving her a bit of grief about it.
Now, when you say Sunrise and O'Farron,
Yeah, I have a question.
the
You can
hat?
ask her about it. Her mushrooms.
Okay.
Do the mushrooms speak common, or is this like a Chewbacca situation?
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. No, speaking out of character. I realized that I've ceased. Oh, okay. Like when you say that Sunrise, or wait, no, wait, you were saying this in character.
Mhm.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Okay, rolling back in. Sunrise and Osfarin.
Mm-hmm. They don't get along very much.
Who? I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Oh, Sunrise is a warlock. She's a lovely little tiefling. And Osfarin is, well, he says he's an elf, but he's actually a half-elf. It's a very sore subject. Don't talk to him about it very much, please. Don't bring it up at all, actually.
You're,
No, I'm not going to tell him. I'm not saying that. Okay, yeah.
Are they here now?
Yes. Here and here. She's pointing at her 2 mushrooms on the hat on the table.
Yeah. I think he just like puts a spoon in his mouth slowly and then puts it back down into his bowl. And then he's gonna point at one of the mushrooms and say, "That's a tiefling?"
No, that's Wolf. Wolf's a full-blooded elf. They're the paladin.
Huh.
That one's Sunrise.
I think he's gonna look over at Vice like you hearing this shit.
Nope.
Yeah, Vice, you look over, you see Lowry, like, pointing, like, and this one's a tiefling, this one's a full elf, this one's a half elf. Not my chair, not my problem. Like...
Not my bar, not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. All right. Are these your friends?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you known them?
Oh, we traveled together for a very long time.
I can see that it'd be easy since they're on your hat.
Mm-hmm. I take them with me everywhere I go now.
You didn't do that before?
No, I didn't think of the hat at first.
Right. Okay. Sure. He just tucks into his food for a bit. And I think he just lets her talk to her mushrooms for a little while longer. Then just out of curiosity, he's gonna be like, hey, so that bit back there, with the bandits?
Right. I'm so glad we got out of there without anything, major happening. It was really lucky. It could have been very bad.
Yeah. What exactly did they take?
feeling
A feeling about,
about a memory.
yeah, a memory about, like, your most cherished gift.
I think, what was the wording on it? It was,
Boo. I can find that right here in my book.
I said I was gonna talk to the other party members. And now I'm talking to all of them.
She demands that each character surrender the feeling of delight they remember when they were given the best gift they ever received.
So, like, you don't feel anything about it now?
No, not really. It was this. And she'll take the silver brooch off of her stays and hand it to you.
Like, looks at it, turns it over in his hands.
It's very nice.
So you still remember what you got.
Well, yeah. I got that locket brooch and...
Out of curiosity, he hears locket, and out of curiosity, he just tries to open it.
It'll just pop open. There's on one side there's a younger version of Lowry with, it's all in black and white with longer dark hair, and there is a gentleman around the same age as her with short hair, a bit of a goatee, bit of scruff, with very intense eyes.
I think he wouldn't even recognize her. So he, like, looks at that and he says, "Who are these people?"
Oh, that's me.
Right. And this guy?
That was Mickelson.
Nicholson?
Mickelson. With an M.
Huh. What, did he give this to you?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Mickelson?
Oh, he gave that to me the day he told me he loved me.
He told you that he loved you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, like, the big brother instincts are kicking in. How old does this guy look compared to the girl in the locket?
They both look to be probably in their mid-20s.
Mid-20s? All right.
Lowry, aside from the change in her hair, doesn't appear to have aged much.
Oh. Well, do you love him back?
I did.
He hears the past tense in that word and, like, grimaces. He's gonna click the locket shut. This is your most cherished gift?
Mm-hmm. That's all I have left of him.
He's gonna slide it back and say, sorry.
Why?
I don't know, am I reading this wrong? Is he still around?
No.
I see. Do you, are you upset about this?
I was, but there's nothing I can do now.
Right. You used to be upset about this, and now you're not.
I got very upset at the time.
Okay. Well,
Should I still be upset? I'm very confused why you're concerned about whether or not I'm upset.
No. It's I'm not going to tell you how to feel. You should feel however you want, or feel however you feel. Anyway, are you done with that?
What is he pointing at?
Yeah, he's pointing at your food.
Sure. I guess.
Pick it up. I'm gonna go wash these dishes. Tries to like bustle away from the awkward moment he's created. And then he like stops and God, he feels like he should say something.
Poor Clout. I think this is more than he wanted.
It's really sad that you can't be happy about that anymore.
I suppose so.
Sorry. And just reach out and like stiffly pat her. Pick up the dishes, bustle away.
Yeah, no, you thought that was weird. I thought that was really weird too.
That was extremely weird.
I think Clout will hook Vice with his tail as he goes back into the kitchen.
Whoop! There I go. Can I help you? Have you been helped?
He'll throw the dishes into the sink and start washing them, like pretty angrily. And he's like, "We should have gotten that shit back."
Vice puts down his veal somewhere, gets like a dish rag, throws it over his shoulder, and like stands next to Clout. As he hands him a dish, he dries it. Honestly, yes. Certain things shouldn't be taken, no matter what the demand is. We could have taken them in a fight.
No, I know we could have taken them in a fight. Or I could have. I don't know about you. Just kind of looks him up and down.
No, I've been around my fair share of a bar brawl. And a little extra as well. So what's the play then?
There's not much we can do about it now. If I see those long-eared assholes again.
Long-eared langomorphs. That comes off a lot better.
Shoves a dish into his arms. Sure. Long-eared lagomorphs.
But yes, if we do happen to see them again and they do propose a hold-up, well, very little is going to stop some steel flying.
At the very least, we're going to try and get that memory back for her.
Oh?
Yeah, it was a lot more important than we thought it was.
That's fair. Wonder if Sue knows where they're camped out.
Let's go ask Sue.
Okay.
Tiefling boys go on a heist!
Oh, we heisting now, boyos. All right, so you go and ask Sue, and Sue, when you come out from the back where you were washing the dishes, she is making her way up from the cellar. It seems like she is in the process of having restocked some of the mushroom brew that she has been brewing in the basement. It seems like this is sort of like a hard kombucha kind of thing. She doesn't have access to beer necessarily, so she is making do where do can be made.
Vice is just gonna scoop the crate out of her hands and just like walk it over to a counter.
Oh, thank you. To what do I owe the hospitality? Obviously, other than extending my home. You play beautifully, by the way.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Not so much. Sorry, that was rude.
I'm not a
He's getting
performer.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Sue.
How do you do?
He just like puts an arm in front of Vice and like cuts him out of the conversation briefly. Have you seen some rabbit folk bandits running around? I think that they sing a song about a guy named Scarf.
Oh, Agdon Longscarf. Yes, I know where that fucker lives.
You know where he lives?
Yes,
You know where he lives.
the Brigands Tollway.
Where's the Brigands Tollway?
It's a bit north of here. A little bit to the east of where you where you wanted to go anyways.
It's not that far.
No. You could be there by morning if your friend spoke to the house. She seems to be a little bit more persuasive to it than I am.
Right.
So when you say she talked to the house, like structure?
For your ease of mind, we can call it that, yes?
Okay. Hey, house Pat's a counter. Did you know that someone took something very important from your mistress and they're in the Brigand Tollway?
Make a persuasion check. Persuade the house.
Charisma!
You're so despicable.
18 and 4 is 22.
Okay. You hear the sound of the house settling, but it seems to settle localized to you.
Oh, contact. Before we do this, do we involve the other two, or do we just bust in there?
Well, if it helps, from what I am aware, the Brigands never kill. Usually just beat you black and blue and take everything you have. Worst case scenario, you're naked in a swamp. Best case scenario, you do the thing that you're talking about doing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I was naked in a swamp.
Wouldn't be the first time I was left naked out in the cold.
So you just sort of like slowly start squinting at the two of you.
Listen, I was talking to some shady individuals, and they kind of
Don't
caught
wanna
wind
know.
about what... Okay. So what say you, House? Are you up for a little bit of a smash and grab, or...
There is silence from the house.
Good talk.
And you hear what sounds like an affirmative groaning.
House is down. I'm down. That's like 2 people.
I'm gonna tell Pam.
Cool. I'll tell Lowry, Miss Moon.
Mm-hmm. Thumbs up. Heads up the stairs.
Okay. Pamferdam, how long does it take for you to build a homunculus?
The specifics are...
I believe it's an hour if it's a infusion, correct?
Yes, there's an hour for an infusion during a long rest.
Okay. So yeah, Pam, you've been focusing on your long rest time. I would say you're at like the 45-minute mark. Like you have the mostly makings of a homunculus at this point. So when Clout comes in to talk to you about the current plan, what is the like 80% complete homunculus look like?
Currently kind of dragging and screeching itself along the ground is what looks like a hybrid between a collection of metallic spider legs and a like baby bird covered in oil. And it's like crawling across the ground as 2 of the legs keep kind of twitching up in the air in little cyclical motions. And Pamferdam is like taking notes and just watching as it scooshes across the ground.
This is my birthday now. This is incredible.
wouldn't just burst in.
Oh,
like,
Pamferdam doesn't lock doors.
Okay, well, there's a knock at the door again.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Pam, how's that boat watcher going?
Well, it has a hard time generating lift right now, but it seems to at least have a sense of communication.
Sticks a finger in his ear to squeak out the tinnitus.
Yeah,
So,
you hear a second voice make a tiny shriek from the inside of Pam's room.
He chooses not to question that. He's gonna say, so there's been a little change of plans. We're gonna have a slight detour before we go to see Belinda.
You hear the door opens up, and the whole room has like various like there's the grease stain streaked across the wall, like it was climbing that at one point. There is like an arc up and over top of a box in the corner. And Pamferdam is covered in like grease, and there's a couple of like little like nick and cuts on their hands and face, like fresh kitten cuts.
What do you mean we're changing our plan? We're not going to go in the same direction anymore?
No, we're going the same direction still. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It only like burns when I get the oil in it.
Hands Pam a handkerchief.
Well, thanks. Oh, so are you saying we're going somewhere?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a small detour. We're still going in the same direction. We're gonna drop by the Brigands Tollway and get Lowry's joy over her most precious memory back.
Oh, they want a refund?
Yes.
Kind of hesitated a lot there. Did Lowry even know that we're gonna do this thing?
Oh, okay. He's gonna pop a squat, so that he's like on eye level with Pam, and he's all like, okay. So, because she can't feel the joy that she had when she got this gift, this gift was given to her by the guy that she loved, and he loved her back, and now he's dead,
Uh-huh.
and now she can't feel happy about having that gift anymore.
Well, doesn't that mean if they don't have a super important attachment to the item, they won't feel as sad when they look about it and reminisce about their fallen loved ones?
Well,
Oh, like, I don't know, does Lowry actually feel like they lost anything out of the deal?
I guess not, but like she didn't really have a choice in that, did she?
Oh, we could all walked away. I was doing pretty good at it. They wouldn't even try to stop me.
Yeah, but she's really nice, and I feel like she got taken advantage of there.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, like, should we ask her first if we like what if she thinks this is a waste of time? I feel like that would kind of be like an intrusion on the decision they made back there, you know?
I mean, yeah, we probably should, but she literally can't feel anything about it. So,
Well,
of course she doesn't think it's important. But it was. Obviously it was. They just took the fact that she feels like it's important.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it wasn't important enough if they were willing to let it go.
Okay. Well, so the thing that you lost at the carnival,
Uh-huh.
like, you want that back.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
losing a lot of money right now.
Well, yeah, you lost something that belongs to you.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather just not feel anything about that and now not even want it back?
Well, actually, yeah. Honestly, if I wasn't so stressed about the fact that I can't make toys anymore, I wouldn't be as stressed about being a weapons maker right now. So, well, heck, now that you mention it, I kind of could have given up the idea of being a toy maker if I let them take those memories. Oh, dang.
Just like presses his lips into a thin line and just sort of nods a little bit. We're gonna go get that back. And you know what? If she doesn't want it, then we can just get rid of it. But I think she should at least have the choice.
Yeah, okay, but like, should we ask them first before we turn the metaphorical boat? Because like, what if it takes like an extra 3 hours out of our trip, and then the Lowry didn't even want to do it in the first place? Kind
Yeah,
of seems like we could save some time if we make sure that we do want to go.
I mean, it shouldn't be that long.
I have no idea how long anything is right now.
Feywild shenanigans.
All right,
We're not in the
well,
Feywild
okay.
anymore, are we?
I think we're technically in the Feywild still. It's just like a mini zone inside the Feywild, like a sphere within a sphere within a sphere.
You know, it's starting to occur to me. We should have asked Witch and Light where exactly we were going.
Yeah, and also if there's like a way to get back out of the mirror. I didn't think about that until we got off the bridge, but like we didn't really talk about a return trip plan.
While Pamferdam is saying this, I think Clout's eyes drift over their shoulder, just to watch that homunculus like crawl across the ground, leaking
That's like the
oil.
baby bird top half, right?
I imagine
imagine its
the
head,
legs
like-
finally spin enough so that it starts to lift, but the like oil is too sticky, so you see it like a helicopter drone try and take off, just like to the ground.
I imagine like the head of this bird like limply falls back, so it's like upside down and just like he screams.
Yeah, I think he's gonna like just sort of stare at it like in horror, and his eye twitches a little, and he goes, "Is it supposed to do that?"
Well, no, actually, it's supposed to be able to get off the ground, but right now I think I made the oil a little bit too viscous, so it gets stuck to the surfaces. And also, it won't stop screaming, so I have to figure that part out too.
Cool.
What? Okay, I mean, I can leave it. I can finish it, the rest of it in a little bit if we need to go downstairs and talk about this first.
Yeah, we probably should. I don't know. Vice is talking to Lowry now.
Oh, okay.
Cut 2. Lowry, you are there speaking to your hat and all of your friends upon it. And Vice, you see Lowry engaged in conversation with what you are sure is a hat.
There is the clink of 2 mugs placed just off the side of Lowry, not like directly in her face, and the sound of something pouring. He swiped a bottle of the hard kombucha.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi.
who you talking to?
Oh, my friends. Sunrise
Ah.
likes your horns, by the way.
Thank you. I would say I grew them myself, but that was one of them, not the other one.
Okay.
How you holding
No,
up
I will
with,
not tell him that. No. No. Sorry.
Just resting a hand on the table, chin in palm. Tell me what?
Nothing.
Alright. I'd ask how you're doing about this whole Feywild, non-Feywild situation, but it seems you're getting on right enough.
I mean, the Feywild's the Feywild.
I've never been, so I wouldn't know.
Well, don't take food from anyone you don't know. Always ask the terms of the deal explicitly. And if someone offers you something, make sure that they're being offered freely.
No. Applies to life as well. We're taking a small detour.
Why? Don't we need to go find the hags? I feel like it's kind of time sensitive.
Yeah, but something isn't really sitting right with Clout and I about the whole Brigand deal. And it's best to take care of those sort of things while we're actually in the area.
I mean, who's to say that they're still in the area? You could
A-
be setting the house on a wild goose chase.
Well, I have it on good confidence from Sue that they make base at Brigand's Toll, which is not too far off from where we need to go anyway.
All right.
You might understand a bit more when you get that memory back. Those are important things. You should always cherish them.
Well, I'm assuming that's why they asked for it, but I mean,
Yeah.
could have been worse.
It could have been worse, but they took something that wasn't theirs. It was yours.
Right, but they explicitly stated the deal, and I still did it. So technically, it's theirs now. Fair's fair.
Hmm.
Just like any contract I write. You're gonna have to get used to reciprocity if you're gonna be in the Feywild for a while. It comes up a lot.
I understand that, but what they were doing was not reciprocity. That was holding up someone at knife point and saying, "We might beat you up, black and blue, if you don't give us what you want." The high chances yes, they were going to beat us black and blue. That's extortion. It isn't really reciprocity. Reciprocity is freely given between two people.
Right, and what I gave was freely given, because I agreed to it.
Yeah, still don't like the terms at which you agreed to them.
Well, they're not for you to like. It got us out of there, and everything's fine.
Who knows, they might have also stolen something that might help us with the hag. Very least it's okay to cover our bases. I don't feel good walking into a hag's lair with just the stuff on me.
Well, that seems a little rude. How many hags have you met?
There were the Buer hags. There was a tree forest hag. No, we blew up that town. A few.
Mm-hmm.
A few.
And did you walk in there looking for a fight? Or did you walk in
Honestly-
there wanting to take something from them or get information from them? You probably didn't even bother to show up with a gift or anything, did you? That's very rude. A lot of people do that.
Well, your experience and mileage with hags has varied differently from mine. Typically, they want something from you, they take it. Never in any good contacts, never any easy deals. I can confidently tell you, though, I've never instigated a fight with a hag.
No, because you'd lose.
Probably would lose now.
Maybe in your future dealings, if you just try to be a genuinely nicer person, people would like you more.
It's the thing about getting older. You don't know anything about me, so one, stay in your lane. My niceness dried up a long time ago.
Well, I hope you find a deep well then. Lowry will pick her hat up and walk away. The brooch is just left sitting on the table, forgotten.
Vice will palm it. Okay. And Vice, as you take this ill-forgotten locket that has been left on the table, that is where we are going to go into our break for the evening. I know it's a little early, but that just means that we can come back that much sooner. So we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to Twitter at Mediaflare. Give them some likes. It'll be a great time, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. Like I said, if we take a break early in the evening, that just means that we can come back to this game even quicker. So, Lowry, you and Vice were having a conversation, heavy quotes, about whether or not you should go to the Brigands Tollway. Lowry made it very clear that it doesn't matter to her at all. All of this, sure, figure it out, I guess. But, there is a hag to be had. And also, Vice got, a little, he got a little touchy. Not in like a physical kind of way, but he just seemed like he was being rubbed the wrong way, and you're not here for it. Meanwhile, up in the second floor of this tavern, that is where Clout and Pamferdam decided, all right, we talked about this. Let's go talk to the group. So Clout, as Pamferdam and Pam, you close the door, make your way to the top of the stairs that lead down, and you can see Lowry and Vice, or Lowry walking away from Vice while Vice is still sitting at this table.
Oh, hey, Lowry, they talked to you about the thing?
And I think, like, also kind of judging the conversation, like, people's expressions, Sue is just going to open up the, like, the trap door to go back down into the cellar and just, like, no. Just kind of, like, see herself out.
Now's a great time to go visit the heart of the house that I never wanted to visit before.
Mm-hmm.
Get me out of here. Poor Sue. Poor Sue.
Did you two talk about the thing?
You mean the giant waste of time? Yes.
Which one? Is there more than one?
I was afraid
Oh,
you would feel
alright.
this way.
So, okay, like, I'm confused. Okay, so did they talk to you about the idea of going to the bandit camp? Or was there, like, another thing?
Yes. They talked
Oh,
to me
there was
about
another
going to
thing.
the- yeah. Mhm. And you two want to go to the camp as well.
What? No, I honestly think this might waste a lot of time, but honestly, this is kind
That's
of a
what I
you thing.
said.
Okay, so see, Clout, Lowry doesn't even want to do it.
Of course she doesn't want to do it because thing that they stole was her ability to want to do it.
I thought they took the feeling of, like, the happy memory from the moment. Like,
Yeah.
they just can't feel warm and fuzzy when they think about it. I think they can still be, like, mad about the robbery.
I mean, I guess.
I'm
Why
not
would I
really
be
a
mad?
professional, so I don't know the rules on Feywild burglary.
And yeah, exactly. Why would she be mad? Like, it means nothing to her now.
Right?
So, like, does it not bother you, at least a little bit, that they took some of her agency away?
Well, no, it's not my property and it's not my body, so I really don't have a lot of input on it. Besides the fact that I kind of want to make sure that we make sure to stay on task. But like, if Lowry doesn't want to, like, Lowry, are you mad about being robbed? Because like we can go beat him up for that. But if you're not mad about losing the thing, I don't want to like go get a thing for you that you don't want.
It was a Feywild deal.
It's just like a thing that happens, I guess.
Listen, that wasn't a deal. That was a robbery.
Doesn't a robbery require like violence?
I mean, threat of violence, at least.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we technically got robbed then.
Yeah, that's not reciprocity. That's just a robbery.
Potato, potato.
Technically speaking, it's a mugging.
Nobody got hurt.
You don't need to get hurt to get mugged. Knights in the courtyard.
The disturbing moment
Well, okay,
when
so
the
it
player
sounds
speaks in character and relates to them a little too much.
I personally feel weird about trying to like continue to do something that someone doesn't want to do.
Okay. Lowry.
Mm.
Remove yourself from the situation entirely. imagine somebody took something from your friend. Wouldn't you want to get that thing for them back?
If they wanted it back.
What if they can't?
Depends on the thing.
I just feel like it wasn't right that they took that from you, and you at least deserve a chance to know whether or not you actually do want it back.
So we're gonna go find them, ask for it back. Then what? Pick a fight with them?
We may not even have to do that.
So what are you gonna negotiate to get what was taken from me back?
Yeah,
Because
we
that's
can't,
what
we
it'll
can't
be.
steal it.
I mean, technically it was stolen from us.
Well, then wouldn't the Fey magic like do stuff about it? Everything has to be like a fair trade or something.
I mean, it won't, because now that hag's in control.
Why we should go deal with the hag so things can get back to normal.
Well, so if we deal with the hag, then we now can like reestablish the laws of this sphere within a sphere within a sphere, and then we can go back and complain about them like going around the rules, maybe.
I mean, we can't guarantee that they're going to, like, we can't guarantee that setting things right is going to reverse everything bad that happened.
That's
Yeah.
true. If the laws weren't in place when the things happened, then the laws pretty much wouldn't apply.
There's also 2 other hags we need to deal with after this one. Who says things are going to go immediately normal after we kick this one's butt.
And I think that that particular joy is more in danger than anything else, because don't hags use that kind of stuff as spell components?
Some do, some don't.
Oh, so then we
You
need to
think
get it
this
back
one
so that we can
does?
still use it as a resource later.
Sure.
I mean, if that's what Lowry wants.
LB, thank you for the raid.
LB, hi!
We're having a
Oh,
very terse conversation.
You came in at a very tense point.
all right.
You're not going to let this go, are you?
He just sort of crosses his arms.
Fine,
That's
then let's go.
Just double check confirmation on that. Like you do want to do it, or is this more like a reluctance thing?
I'd like to go to bed sometime tonight, so I think the sooner we get it over with, the sooner I get to do that.
Reluctance.
All right, then I guess we're gonna go do the thing then.
Not going to arrive until morning anyway. I feel like tensions are high. We should at least sleep on it.
Yeah, I'm working on something for the group, so maybe it'll make us all a little cheerier in the morning when we see the new doodad.
I'm sure whatever you make, Pam, is going to be wonderful.
Thanks.
Cheery. Right. He's gonna like try and crack a smile.
It's like when that person that you never see smile in anime tries to smile and it just looks like a weird grimace.
Are you
Trying to pick a
okay?
fight.
Nope, don't think so.
Do you need like medicine?
No. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Okay.
All right. So, everyone is going to their respective rooms.
Respective rooms.
All right. And long rest. Press that button.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Hit points. Spell slots. Some abilities, depending on your character class. You get them
You got my
all.
spell slots.
Oh my god, all my bardic inspiration.
But I always have knife prepared.
Knife is a great spell. Ice Knife, also a great spell, but it does need a slot. All right, so thankfully, slots have been regat. And I'd say, like, when you wake up, Sue is, like, she made hash browns. I want to say, like, it's not really a Potatoes O'Brien situation because peppers are a little bit difficult to come by. However, tubers, like, it's like potatoes, carrots,
It's
mushroom
like a weird
gravy.
shepherd's pie with like the swamp boar.
Clout didn't
Lowry
seem
thinks it's
particularly
delicious.
keen on the boar when Sue said that she didn't ask whether it could talk. So she's just like kind of assuming that you guys aren't interested in that one, which more boar for her.
Lowry thinks the mushroom soup is delicious.
Yep. So you are all able to, again, full meal, rest, wonderful. Is there anything that you would like to discuss before setting out for the day? As when you wake up, you realize that the house has indeed stopped.
Well, first I'd like to look out the window. Is there a window in this place?
Yeah, there are plenty of windows.
I'd like to look out one of the windows and just survey like our new environment.
Okay, surveying the new environment, you see maybe about 500 feet away, tops, kind of like within the boundaries of the fog, what look like these tall caterwauls, like these just like these long kind of twisting wooden bridges that seem to go towards a stump of an old tree. And that tree, or the stump therein, was massive and also rests about 10 feet above the ground. So it looks like, and there are other like wooden pathways and ramps that seem to be like kind of covered in like a little bit of swamp yuck. But it seems like most of this bridge and generalized area was built with the idea that the swamp can change in level at most any time, and the Harringans / Brigands kind of want to take advantage of that. You see that there are also some like larger pathways that are formed as well, and you are guessing that those are the pathway for those giant snails to kind of move in and out as well.
Hey, it looks like that we're at the spot we're supposed to be. There's like a big old building out here.
Wunderbar to that.
What's your plan?
Is it how okay, this is probably huge, right? Like the tree is?
It is like the stump of what was a massive tree.
Is it like crawling with bandits, or do we just see a few?
You act like from where you are, you do not see any bandits.
Oh.
Looks like there's like 4 or 5 doors, I think, and there's like a high point up there, and it's like 10 feet tall, I think.
We could just go in and knock on the door.
Which one?
Any of them? We should take the muffins. People love muffins.
You have muffins? Alright, well this isn't my side quest. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to be doing right now. Place,
You
Clout?
want me to take a look around to make sure that things are safe out there, or do you just want to walk up to a bandit fortress and knock on the door and say, "Hi, we'd like a refund on a robbery"?
I don't know. You're taking point on this one.
What?
Muted wings.
Sorry. I was trying really hard to find a way to say exactly that, Vice. I think we should at least do a little bit of reconnaissance. He's going to stick his fingers in his teeth and whistle for Whisper. Whisper, can you do me a favor? I'd like you to go inside that tree and let me know how many Harengon are in there.
like nods, yes, certainly I will. I am great at this. And then just zip,
Quickly.
and Whisper is gone.
Vice is also gone.
He like Clout sits there for a second, like watching Whisper walk away, and he like turns to say to Vice, like, yeah, he'll be right back. And Vice is gone.
All right, Vice, make a stealth check because you have to exit the door.
Yeah. Two.
What do we roll to see if we see where he goes?
Or passives, probably.
Yeah, this would be Vice. What's your stealth?
28.
Oh yeah, I'm not being
Yeah, this would be a passive perception thing. Vice very easily, like, you follow Whisper's path and just whoop. So you have a pretty good head start, whereas the rest of you, as like Whisper, go do reconnaissance. And then Clout, you turn to like mention something towards where Vice was, and you just see like the blinking outline of where Vice was standing.
Clout like immediately like puts his face into his hand, and then he touches his throat, hopefully before Vice gets out of range of his message spell, and says to him,
So
Hey,
a
you
thing
gotta-
about message, you have to see the creature, point at them.
we discussed
We discussed this last time.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Yep, you
Yeah, it
don't
doesn't
have
say
to
anything
do
about
that.
have to see them. It says
You just have
point
to
at
know who the
them, but it
recipient
doesn't say
is
you
and
have
if
to
they're
see
being
them.
in range.
Yeah, within range. So hopefully before he's out of range.
Dash, 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 dash.
Hey, you got a plan there, buddy?
Reconnaissance.
Got any way to keep in touch?
Message cuts.
Yeah, what's the range on it? Like 300
Like,
feet?
It's like 120.
120
Right?
feet.
Oh, yeah, no, he's out. He's a rogue. He moved quick.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Clout doesn't know that you can have telepathy, so
It's only up to 30 feet.
my message is so much better. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Clout's gonna sort of scratch the back of his neck and say, I guess Vice is gonna do reconnaissance too.
Okay. Hey, while we wait for them, check out this thing I made last night.
I pull out like a cloth, bag. It looks like there's some sort of lumpy object in it, and I place it down on the table and open it up, and there is a like a hybrid spider bird that the spider legs are made out of the nails from the coffin previously. There's 3 segmented nails together for each limb. There's probably about 16, 18 of those limbs in different directions. Like occasionally it'll like point, like push out in the air to give balance again. And then in the center is what looks like it's supposed to be a cute baby bird, but something went wrong in the process and it's very heavily tarred and has no eyes. And it looks like it's kind of like a grabbing object for grip, as the like little baby bird wings themselves have what look like tiny little crab pinchers at the end, very small.
Yeah, so I made this. I don't really know what I want to name it yet, but it can fly. It can hold on to things for us. I managed to make it stop screaming, unless it gets hurt. Then I mean, like that's kind of like an assumption. But
Can
yeah,
you
now we can
fly?
try. We can have a second eyeball in the sky ball if we need it, and it
How
also.
does it fly?
Oh, yeah,
Pamferdam,
like this.
It's
Go, go, go.
amazing.
As Pam says that, 4 of the spider legs begin rotating violently to create like a dual propeller lift as the bird kind of hovers in the air, what looks like a metallic floating genie on a cloud kind of imagery, as the head kind of like fails to keep any sort of like levelness. It has to constantly adjust. But yeah, floats around.
Yeah, I think it's kind of faster in the sky. I think I put too many legs on it, so it moves a little bit slower on the ground. But yeah, I think this could help us out a whole lot.
Lowry's gonna put her hand out for it to land on her hand.
It's a little
Oh,
sticky, but
It needs the best name ever.
Clout looks ready to slap it away at a moment's notice if it poses any danger.
I was thinking maybe I could call it Pinwheel.
I love that. Hello, Pinwheel.
No,
It's got a dark soul.
that's a dark soul.
just floats back up into the air and hovers around the group as we are chilling.
Okay. Meanwhile, entering into the Brigands Tollway. Vice, you get up onto, like, you're approaching, you're like 300, 200 feet, 100 feet. Like, you can start actually, like, getting up onto the actual, the causeways themselves. And looking around, you still don't see any brigands.
Stunning. Can he sticks 2 fingers in his mouth and tries to replicate Clout's whistle for whisper.
Make a deception check.
$12?
Whisper does not come to you. Whisper's smarter than this. You don't speak Will-O-Wisp.
You're a liar.
Could use whisper as the go-between for messages, but alright, here we go. If there are no brigands about, he's gonna scout a little bit into this place and then head back.
Okay. Make another sleight of hand, or yeah, make another stealth check.
20 even.
Okay, 20 even. So, Vice, as you are, like, creeping and crawling and just doing the, like, Scooby-Doo, like, stealthy shuffle towards the Brigands Tollway, you get the odd feeling, like, an odd feeling kind of comes over you, and you turn around, and there is a hunched and hooded figure that is also standing next to you that's, like, doing the same things.
Vice just turns over. Have you been helped?
And they say, oh, yes, I have. But the real question is, and you hear bagpipes start as they pull their robe. And underneath, you see a flash of blue streak by you as you see a Harengon with a red-hot branding iron with this billowing blue fucking scarf. And as they rush by you, you hear, with sticks and stones, I'll break your nose, I'll beat you blind and steal your clothes! And, like, you realize this is the song about Agdon Longscarf that you heard the Brigands singing previously. And none other than Agdon Longscarf is the one singing it at you. And he just says, I'm sorry, outsider, but it looks like you've come to the wrong fucking neighborhood. So, hey, boys! And he snaps his fingers. And Clout, you see that there are 3 brigands that kind of like pop up from other causeways, as well as one that looks like it has a crossbow. And he says, I'm sorry to do this to you, palsy, but this is a robbery. So, let's say we get to the good stuff, eh?
Right, so, hi, I'm here to complain about a previous robbery.
Oh, well, you can take that up with HR, Harengon Resources.
Cool, alright. Cracks his neck. So, just to be fair here, and to clear things out, you might be trying to beat me black and blue, but I will kill at least 3 of you.
Oh, you can certainly try. I'm just... Also, if you kill us, that's like a real no-no. That's a bad... You're doing a nasty rule, my friend. That's a bad time. But, again, you're certainly more than willing to attempt your best. I will have you know, this scarf that you see right here, I caught 3 bolts of lightning in order to make it. So if you think you can go faster than me, a rabbit who caught lightning, I'd like to see you try, you cheeky twat.
Vice inhales, and he pulls at the bandages on his arm.
Okay.
He's going to rear back, and he's going to use his force breath weapon.
Awesome.
He's not going to aim it at anyone, but show of intimidation.
All right. So, meanwhile, 500 feet away in the tavern, y'all are looking like a mechanical bird. Some monster. Make a perception check.
Oh, I have dice. Duh.
Dice.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it's bad.
Pam is distracted by their new toy creation.
12 for Lowry.
I got a 4. We're all staring at this bird. An explosion goes off behind us, and nobody moves.
Yeah, because you're all too cool to look at this explosion. Meanwhile,
Oh, yeah, watch
Vice...
this.
Hold a ring out as it floats through it.
Was a 12 not enough for a fucking explosion?
Yeah, Vice, you're being pretty showy about this.
Yeah, it's 24 on intimidation.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. 24 on intimidation. Yeah, you hear, after that,
If I can catch
Lowry,
them.
What was your
12.
perception? 12? Okay, yeah, so 12, Lowry, you hear, like, a sound
Go
that
to
is
the-
often not associated with stealth missions.
She'll go to the windows and look.
From this distance, it's kind of foggy, but you see a bright blue scarf like 15 feet long billowing in the wind, as well as what looks like the outlines of several Harrigans that are standing on causeways, with Clout, who is just like roared back as like this kaboom sound went. You did not see what the kaboom came from, but Vice, as you do this, you just hear you see Agdon just, hey, what? Okay.
Better make it count, Agdon. I'm coming for you.
Okay, well, you can certainly try, and try catch her, you cheeky fuck. And he just like, all right, man, you know the drill. And like he just like, pew! Like he just starts running, and they're like, Agdon.
Are you all really wanting to die from someone who just abandoned you?
Reciprocity and hospitality. We won't kill you if you don't kill us.
Not really much in reciprocity if he runs away and leaves you to do all the dirty work, don't you think?
I'm merely taking a tactical retreat.
Tactical retreat or not, that seems like a dick move for a leader to do.
Excuse me, Miss Sue.
And Lowry, Miss Sue, then, like, comes from the back area of the kitchen. Yes, what is it, dear?
Put more soup on, please.
Oh, yes, of course. She, like, goes back and, like, gives you some more soup. Meanwhile, Vice, roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna go out there and try and get all the hares to come in for hospitality.
They are
Clout-
500 feet away, mind you.
Did Clout see Lowry go to the window?
Mm-hmm.
Because he would have just like run up and looked behind her and then just ran out there.
Okay, so just...
Why does everyone just keep running off to do things by themselves? Come here, fam. You wanna go get in a fight?
Not really. No, but I mean, do you think they're going to be able to handle the fight on their own?
Absolutely not.
All right. I'll go get my gun.
All right. She'll wait for you to come back and then leave with you, walking at an average pace.
Sounds good. So, as the fight starts, Vice, you will notice that your knife is missing.
That's fair.
Yep. However, though, what was your initiative?
24.
24. Okay. I just have to check.
Did I roll some initiative?
Yeah, roll initiative as well.
I would love to.
It's gonna take my tiny legs a long time to go 500 feet.
I got a 10.
Okay, a 10. Sounds good. I'm gonna write these down because I am a
Quick question.
smart
How many
boy.
Herringon are there?
5, I think?
There were 4 Haringen in total, and then also Agdon Longscarf.
I've got a question about Agdon Longscarf. Did he happen to run past Clout?
No.
No.
Why
He
did
ran
he
into
run
the thing.
away from his fortress?
Okay.
What do you
I'm just checking. I
I
don't
love
know.
you so much.
I don't know which way he went.
Okay.
It was very fast.
Is very fast. Okay, so Clout
I've
or
just
Vice, you got
big
what?
Biceps
24.
for clotheslining rabbits.
Okay. Then Clout got a 10. Lowry and Pam, what'd you get?
Oh. 12.
Okay. Lowry, what did you get for initiative?
Sorry, I was muted. 21.
21. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So. Oh, that's what that one was. All right. So, Vice, you are going to be going first.
Cool. How many of them are there within reach? Like, are all of them up on the causeway?
Yeah. They are on. There's 2 on one area, another one, and then a sniper.
So I can't get up to them?
You could with about, like, let me see here, about, like, 40 feet of movement.
Okay, I'm gonna use my cunning action to hide underneath the causeway.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Another 20.
Okay. Sounds good. So then next up are these individuals. And they are, you see that 2 of them actually jump down on them springy leggies from the top and are going to land. Next up is, you see the one with the crossbow sort of like ready themselves a little bit more. And let me see here. Okay, so that is good for Agdon. And then next up is Clout. Clout, you're continuing to run. What is your movement speed? Couldn't hear you.
30-foot walking speed.
30-foot walking speed, so you can go 60 feet in a round. Sounds good.
So I'm just gonna keep on running.
Okay, so...
Damn it, Zoom is changing my mic again. Fuck.
Oh no.
All right, and then Lowry and Pam, I'm guessing, like, are the 2 of you doing, like, a full round action to move? Or are you just sort of, like, meandering?
Lowry's not going
soup.
to. Yeah, she's not going to dash. She is going to move her 30 foot of movement, but she's also going to disguise self to make herself look like a brigand.
Okay, one of the Haringans.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, so then top of the round, Vice.
From out of the shadows, Vice pops out. He's going to pull out that meteor hammer that he has and just aim it right at one of them
Okay.
for a non-lethal shot.
Sounds good. When you pop out, there have been some ready actions that are being taken.
Okay.
So that is a 21 to hit with a crossbow
Okay.
for 5 points of piercing.
All right.
Then another swings its sling at you for another 22 to hit.
Okay.
For 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah.
Okay. And then a 22 to hit.
That hits.
This time for 6 piercing damage.
Oof.
And you look down and you see that it is your own knife sticking out of you. You look where the knife came from, and there is a billowing blue scarf.
I need a dice real quick.
You're playing a bad boy. Do you want to do a bad boy roll?
Yeah. Well, here goes. A whip to one of these. Tit for tat, a natural 20 for a 26.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, and I also do sneak attack. 12 points of whip damage, 3 points sneak attack.
Okay, to one of the Harringans.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. So that brigand, whip crack, went your mighty tail. I see that I have frozen. I'm fine. Whip crack. You said that you were doing non-lethal?
Nope.
All right, that one just like it's like the like
It's-
episode 1 of Castlevania where it just goes like right on the eye. Like it's like this is the Feywild. Things are kind of happy-go-lucky, and you just went fucking like ultra dark on them. Just like the Harrigan that's like standing next to the other one's like slack-jawed, whiskers like droop a little bit, and just like
Vice retracts the ball and chain, spins it, and he's going to disappear with a bonus action.
Okay. Stealth check.
Yes, sir. Oh, 17.
17. Okay. All right, so the one that was within the 10 feet of you from where you had gone whipped them with your ball and chain is like, they are very on edge at this point, and you see that they like pull out a sling and they just start like twirling it in their arm. And then you hear Agdon say, "Don't worry." Like he says, "Don't worry, friends. Once we take all of his stuff, I'm sure that we can trade it to Blightclaw and then bring Ted right on back." And at that, you just see the one who's like really harrowed, just like, yeah, we can bring Ted back. Okay.
Could I
Okay.
make another intimidation check?
If it was your turn, you
On my
would
next
be able
turn.
to. Yes.
Okay.
But it seems like they are taking the opportunity to ready themselves. Meanwhile, Clout, it is your turn. Again, 60 more feet of movement. At this point, you were 500 to start with. So that is, you're at 380 currently.
Okay, keep on running.
Okay. Top of the round. Vice.
Intimidation check from the shadows.
Okay. Intimidation check from the shadows. So would you be using like your brain might on one of them, or is this like a shout to all of them? Because if this is a shout to all of them, you will alert them as to your position.
Could I do this with a telepathy towards the crossbowman.
Crossbowman, if you would
30
move
feet.
back... Oh, it's 80 feet or 30 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet, they would be just outside.
All right, I guess it's to that one Herringon right next to the... Oh, did we miss Lowry and Pam?
We did. They were going at a steady pace and are still roughly around... They were, at the end of last round, 470 feet away. So I just assume that you guys are still, like, trying to walk unless you have anything that can shoot or do a thing from 480.
Can I help you, sir?
Nope.
Anyway, yeah, intimidation.
Okay, you could intimidate the one who is just like, yeah, we can get Ted back. Otherwise, you'd have to creep up to try and get the sniper.
It is a 22.
A 22? Okay, on the one that
And-
is in front.
It's a very sing-song voice. Just, hush now, hide all you little ones. And I'm just gonna fill his head to the Nowhere King song from Centaur World.
Excellent. I feel like that's very applicable for your patron. However, at the end of your turn, make a stealth check.
Sorry, that's 19 and 8 for 27.
Sounds good. All right, so the next up is going to be... Well, that dude got aced, so he's not there anymore. It's going to be Agdon, who's going to try and spot you as best he can. 28, no. And then none of the others would be able to spot you at all. So they are just going to maintain their... when Agdon sort of like calls out, like, just wait for him. He'll, like, we'll find him eventually. He also sort of like disappears into the shadows, and the others sort of like maintain their ready actions. But the one that you intimidated is like taking steps back at this point. So with your stealth or with your telepathy, does it maintain after that point? Or if they
I
go...
can just choose.
If they go past... Well, I'm saying, like, if they go past the 30 feet, like, does it stop?
Yeah, it'll cut.
Okay, so yeah, they are going to back up until you singing them that song is no longer there. You rolled high enough in intimidation. It's still playing, but now it's like when you get an earworm and you can't stop singing it to yourself. And, like, you can see that, like, sinking in on this Harrigan's face. Next up would be Clout, or Pamferdam and Lowry, who are now, if you're going at 30 feet, you would just be getting to the 410, because you were moving at 30 feet per round. Less so for Pamferdam, but I assume...
Yeah, I have the dash to keep
Yeah.
up.
I can do a dash
Okay.
now that I have that spell up.
And Clout, at this point, you were at 380, you're at 320 now.
Yep, I continue to run.
Okay, and Vice.
Is there a way for me to sneak around the causeway towards that sniper?
The sniper is up on an elevated area, so you would have to make a clamber or jump or try and get at them from where you are.
Another Herringon that's close by the ground. Within 30
The one
feet.
that was close by the ground was the one that you were singing your spooky songs to, and they seem to have backed up about 30 feet from where they were. So you would have to move basically go your full movement out to try and get them.
Oh. Sorry, friend, but it looks like you're the stool pigeon here. I'm gonna creep 30 feet forward and tap into him again with a telepathy.
Okay, make
Another
a stealth check
intimidation
to get
check.
up there.
Uh, 26.
26, totally fine. Okay, and tap in again.
Intimidation. 24. It is just Vice changing his voice, like, it's cold here. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
Okay. And you just see that Harrigan's face goes pale and just, Ted? And like, you can see like he's just like, like about what is happening to him. And I would say the intimidation rolls so well that they just like, like tears start pouring. And just, he's not coming back, Agdon. Ted's dead. And then you see Agdon like pop his head up and just go, get your shit together, man. He'll be fine. We'll put his soul right back in his body. I swear, we just need to find the horn guy, kill him. Well, not kill him. That would be rude, right? Very rude. We take his stuff, trade it to Blackclaw, or maybe trade him. She likes taxidermy, and he seemed fucked. All right. You're maintaining your stealth.
You know what? He's out of line, but he's correct.
All right. No one is able to see through your stealth, so everyone is just maintaining until they see you. As they do, Clout and you are like running up to this spot. As Pamferdam and Lowry, I'm guessing, again, still continuing.
At some point, I'm also going to cast Disguise Self on myself to look like a brigand, but since I am a gnome, I only can make myself about a foot taller, so I actually am going to look like a young, chubby Harengon, thus explaining why I can't keep up with the taller one with my movement speed.
No, that's a
A chubby bunny with big old feet trying to keep up.
So they're like jackrabbits and you're a bunny.
baby.
I love it. I love it.
Can he be
so
one of the
much.
long hair bunnies?
The tips of my ears are dragging in the swamp mud.
Just a little mini
It's all right. It's a
walk.
disguise. All right. Meanwhile, Clout, as you are running and rushing forward, you hear a and then like Whisper is like right next to you and just like, I found them. There are
Thanks,
about 5 of them.
Whisper. Good job. Just running at full tilt.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you are full tilt. You are now 380, 320, 2.
While I'm running, can I say to Whisper, try and find the guy with the blue scarf. Tell me where he is.
We're going to get there just in time to see Vice die.
Yeah, Whisper then like just is like, yeah, I'll totally do that. And then we'll try and like move forward past you. You running like full steam is basically like keeping up with Whisper at this point.
Yeah. One of these days, Whisper's going to come through for me, and it's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. And then next up, top of the round, Vice.
How high up is Scarf McGee?
Scarf McGee is about, let's see here. He'd be 10 feet up on a causeway and about, from where you are currently, about 25 feet back.
Cool. I can make that. Stealth.
Okay.
20 for my stealth check.
Okay.
Telepathy into Scarf's brain.
Sure.
You failed us, boss. You got one of us killed.
Okay.
You should probably just give up here. Please, for me. 24.
Okay, a 24. Let's see. Boom. Yeah. Agdon might be a little sad about this, if you could see his face.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna try and... Well, that's all my movement. Okay.
And you just hear, I don't know how you're doing that, but that's not how he sounded like. Just like yelled out, and like the other brigands are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But they are also going to try and see if they can see you. So you got a 20
Izzard.
Okay. And the Brigands got a 22.
Oh boy.
And it is one of the ones that was up that had tried to sling you earlier. And spotting you, they are going to continue to sling down and try and strike out against you. Although that is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. No. The sniper ends up getting a 21 to try and spot you. But I think...
I'd have cover.
Well, you'd still be stealth because the sling missed, so they're just going to try and like shoot in your general direction rather than try and perceive where you are to try and spot you. That's 21 on both.
Jeez.
For the crossbow.
Okay.
Pew pew.
Okay. And that is for 6 points of piercing.
Up at 1, baby.
Okay. Because your stealth is broken.
Yes.
Readied actions.
Does that break my stealth if I get hit on a disadvantage?
If you get hit when you're stealthed, stealth breaks when you take damage or attack or cast a spell. That
You
is
said oof.
a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Then this is from a rock that is being slung towards you, and that is for a total of 5.
Yep. Down.
Non-lethal.
You can't non-lethal range weapons.
That's
You
fair.
can non-lethal any type of damage in D&D, including magical.
No, you can't. Melee
Jeremy-
weapons are...
Did Jeremy Crawford say otherwise?
Did
me-
Jerry
let me
Crawford say
hold this.
otherwise?
He even jokingly said, so yes, technically you can knock someone out with magic missile.
Oh.
It might be derailing to pull it up. But,
No, it's fine. This is important.
Especially at early levels like this.
I want to know what Jeremy said.
What did Jeremy say?
We're on a first name basis. I met him at a con. He said, I'm too busy to sign that, but find me after.
Did you find him?
No, I couldn't.
Aw, sad story.
Yeah, so the official ruling for a non-lethal is an attacker who reduces a creature to 0 hit points with a
With the
melee attack.
I see that there, yeah.
Okay. So you have been rocked, socked, and roboted. So yeah, you are hit by this. Blamp. Yeah. Clout, as you're rushing forward, you see this blue scarf whip over towards where Vice is, and just like this, like Harrigan, like sticks his tongue out at him, and then faster than you have ever seen, Vice, your shit gets grifted real quick.
You know, this isn't the first time I've been left naked out in the cold.
All right, so any weapons, clothes, that kind of thing, like just quick grabbies. Well, like clothes that could be like easily removed. He's not going to spend the time to like take your shirt, but like coin purse, weapons, all of that jazz. And then he's just going to like push you off of the causeway as you fall into the swamp. You will land on your back in the swamp, so don't worry about drowning in swamp water.
Yeah, but it's still 10 feet up, so that's a failed death save.
You land very close to another dead Harrigan.
Bitch, I know where you sleep.
Check real quick as well. Hey Lowry, can you roll me a d8? This isn't for Vice. Oh, a 4.
It's a 4.
Okay, cool. Nothing happens.
I don't like that, but okay.
Okay. So then, Clout, as you're running and Wisp is near you, Wisp chimes in, I see the one with the blue scarf. And Clout, when you look up, you see Agdon just like quickly taking Vice's shit and then running into, and then just like quick as a beat, runs back into the giant tree stump.
All right, go invisible and follow him.
Right.
When he
How do I do that?
Tell me. Doesn't he know how to go invisible?
I don't know. Does he?
Will of the Wisps can be invisible. They can also eat people.
Well, Whisper has never done that one before.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Aw, they're hungry.
I don't think he would either. Hold on, let me pull up a Will of the Wisp. Stat block real
Consume
quick.
life.
Yeah, they can consume life.
Oh, and invisibility. Yep.
And invisibility. Go
Yeah.
invisible and follow him.
Right. And then
Knight's in the courtyard.
Tell me where he goes.
right. And Wisp leaves. So, Clout, running, you see that Vice has been pushed into Swamp. Vice, would you like to make some rolls for me as Clout is like running towards you?
Sure.
Hate this.
Hey, guess who's up at 1?
Oh,
All right.
my God. We
Fantastic.
were just talking about how RJ notoriously rolls natural ones on death saves. And when you said, hey, I was all like, you motherfucker.
All right, so
Fine.
Clout or Vice, you remember getting clocked with a rock? Now you are waking up in Swamp, and you are checking around your weapons, and your money is gone. You swear it really hasn't been that long. Like, that dude works fast. And as a thief, you kind of have to respect that, but at the same time,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
that guy. You also
Game
look over
respects
and you
game,
see a
but also-
very dead Harrigan in the swamp next to you,
Huh.
which you're assuming was Ted.
He takes a hand, pushes the body of the Herringon deep into the mud to stand, cracks his neck. Is there any Herringon up there still?
Not that you can see, no.
I griff the Herringon for his gear.
Okay, that Harrigan, you find a sling, no rocks. And then you also find a club.
Cool.
How narratively satisfying would it be, though, if it had the gourd?
That would be,
That-
but that is not
that-
Ted. That was a
Yeah,
different
no.
Harrigan.
That feels like something you keep inside the house.
Yeah.
Ah, my very important gourd. Good thing I gave it to this lackey to hold.
Listen, I can dream.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, so Clout, by the time that you show up, you're a little out of breath, and Vice is like covered in swamp, blood coming down from his noggin where he got rocked by a rock.
His right arm is exposed.
What does
It's
that look like?
from about the elbow up. It is pure amethyst, and you can see the skeletal structure of a fractured hand inside of it. But it moves like it's organic.
Clout's pretty in shape. He's a little bit winded. And he'll slide to a stop and spray mud all over Vice. Like he's looking around for any danger. Are all of the Herringon gone? Are they Herring gone?
Well, Heron gone, except Ted, who's super gone.
Yeah, no. He's gonna try and take everything in. He's like, okay, whoa, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
Did you fucking kill him?
No, it was the bandit leader. He got really pissy about Ted not fulfilling his deal and something. Yes, I fucking killed him.
What is wrong with you?
Do you want a list alphabetically or chronologically?
And then he's like, "What's wrong with your arm?"
It's an arm.
Oh my god!
And as Clout, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, that's when Lowry and Pamferdam make their way, and like, there is a very clearly dead Harengon that's like
as they're making
steadily
their way up,
like sinking into swamp, but like finds like the rest point where it's like mostly in swamp, but the parts that show that it is clearly dead are not.
as they're making their way up, Cloud is like, if you thought it was hard before to convince Pam and Lowry to go through with this, just try and explain it to them now that someone's fucking dead.
As Harrigan Lowry walks up, she'll drop the. There's no other Harrigans in sight, is there?
No. God,
Okay.
no.
She'll drop the disguised self, walk past Clout and Vice to the body. She's gonna roll a medicine check to see if there's anything she can do. It's an 8.
Alas, poor Ted, we knew ye for all of 5 seconds.
She's gonna pick him up out of the swamp and take him over to the keep.
Pamferdam will also help carry.
But Pam, like, is just still small Harengon.
Oh, buddy.
She'll pick him up and take him over to the keep and set him somewhere respectfully. And just walk back to the others. Are you done now?
Nope. He has my stuff.
Pam's gonna knock on the door next to Ted's dead body.
Hey, you left me outside. Can I come in?
There is like a slat opens and you see like a Harengon like look, slat closes. A slat lower on the door opens.
Eh,
I don't
Ted's-
remember ever seeing you before.
you gotta let me in. Ted's dead.
Make a deception check with advantage because you are a Harengon and you knew the name of the corpse.
Thanks for saying it out loud. All right, let's see here. With and then again for advantage. 21.
And this Harrigan just says, "Oh my god, I know. Did you see that guy? He had like this weird, crazy arm and horns and all of that shit. Yeah, come on in. It's not safe out there with him out there." And like opens up the
Sling
door.
Ted over me and drag in.
All right, and Pamferdam,
Look
you
over
are
my shoulder,
let
like-
into the building, and then the door closes.
Well, I really hope somebody saw me go in.
Yeah, Pam's not the quietest, I sense, and
I want to say that Clout's busy lecturing Vice on why we don't kill people, and then like there's the sound of a door shutting, and like Clout looks over and realizes Pam has gone in. Did Pam just go in there?
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then, as you're saying this, Clout, just a little pop next to you as Whisper uninvisibles says, "I've got the layout. It's really hollow in there. There's no rooms. It's a giant circle."
No, what? That's actually better than I thought.
Thank you, Whisper. I feel like we should cut to Pam now.
Yeah, Pam, you are led, as Whisper had suggested, it is a small hallway and then a large room. And in this room, Agdon is sitting on this mighty-looking chair atop a mound of... Honestly, it kind of looks like junk. doesn't look like treasure necessarily, but like for you as an officer, all trash is treasure, and ingredients and utensils are waiting to be made. However, you would guess that the monetary value and the usefulness of many of these things are not there. But you hear Agdon like talking to one of his men, just snap out of it, snap out of it, and he's like slapping this guy, like this other one. He's just, I don't know, I just hear a song and it keeps playing. And Agdon just, it's not real, we're gonna get Ted back. We're gonna get Ted. We need his body. Oh my, oh hi, we got his body.
Yeah.
See, we can get Ted back. We just need to go to Bangor. I am her favorite, after all, lest we all have forgotten. Yes, Agdon, we all know that you're her favorite. That's what I was saying to begin with. So, no harm, no foul. Plus, we got a lot of neat stuff from that guy out there who I really hope is permanently unconscious. We don't kill people. We don't, reminder, we are not them. Outsiders. Yucky. Blech. Yuck. Alright, well, men, rest assured, we have done all we could for Ted. Until, of course, we get him back. Right? Cheer up. Stop that shit. No, the song's not playing in your head anymore. Oh, what a fucking load that was. I wonder if that house will leave now. Do not like that place at all. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. You there? You're not part of the borough. Like, what's your name?
Oh, well, I came from the tavern at the end of the road. I come from one of the other side of the bridge, and I didn't really like think things through, but I saw you fighting some people and got really scared, and then somebody died, and I was like, oh, I should probably go inside and hide because those people look really mean. And that one person had like a rock for a hand, and I don't. How are you?
You came from the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, you know, like over there, over on the yonder side.
You came from yonder?
Yeah, I was supposed to find someone. So I was supposed to go find Blake Claw's favorite person.
Oh, that is me.
Yeah, I heard
deception
from
check.
earlier.
Can he do so at
3.
advantage because of flattery?
I say flattery will get you places. Roll with advantage. Let's see what this does. You are in a disguised self. 19.
19.
It is tied. And Agdon looks at you. I am a favorite. That is known. And all of the brigands sort of like roll their eyes. Seems like he does not speak softly about this, and you are looking to join my lovely band of brigands.
Yeah, I thought you guys were really cool, and so I wanted to hang out.
And you came from the tavern that Sue runs. Sue, who does not like us, but likes
she was
you
really mean.
the worst.
Yeah, well, you know, like hospitality and all that. They still had to let me in, so.
No, that is fair. Hospitality does run rather thick. But with that in mind, welcome aboard. There are a few things that you will have to remember. One, I'm the leader. I got the scarf. It's a really easy way to determine, hey, who's Agdon? Oh, he's the leader.
Hey,
Why
you're
was he got the long scarf? Now then, hospitality. We will extend to you. What's your name?
Oh, you can call me Bumberdump.
Bumberdump?
Yeah.
We offer our hospitality to you, Bumberdump the Herringon.
Oh, thank you for your most gracious invitation.
Now then, if you wish to join us, do you have something to offer us?
Yeah, I brought Ted.
That is actually a very good trade. Welcome back. Thank you so much, and enjoy your time here. Now, let me tell you, that guy was scary, he was tough, but obviously, what a twat. We got rid of him, no issue.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Wait,
nice.
you got him?
Are there any windows?
There are not. It is a solid tree trunk with one door.
It's probably a roof too. Okay. Add something funny.
Well, what's your plan for their friends? Don't think I'll like back up.
Look, when they see his permanently unconscious, TM, not dead body, we don't kill people. Again, we are not outsiders. Outsiders
We are
murder.
not.
They don't know the lay of the land. We're kind of like the high up. Not the highest up or the higher ups, but we're like... Are you familiar with like an assistant to the regional manager sort of situation? Like that's what we
like
are.
middle management, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say middle. We're still pretty high up in the rankings.
Upper middle.
Upper middle management. That's what we are. So we don't have to worry about them anymore. I think we sent a pretty good message. Isn't that right, boys? And
Oh,
girls?
So we can chill then. Like we don't have to like be on guard. We don't think we can just like we won, yeah, and like chill.
Look, we'll do a little bit of reconnaissance. And he says, like, shifting his shoulders up and down. We'll do a little bit of reconnaissance after we figure out what here would be good enough to trade to Blightclaw for Ted's life back.
Okay, so we'll be here for a minute. We gotta look over some stuff.
I think we're going to be here for at least a couple hours, yeah.
Okay, so all right. I guess I'll kind of like wander around, get used to the place, and
Yeah, feel free.
yeah.
Welcome to the
Well,
Brigands.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Meanwhile, on the outside, Clout, Lowry, Vice, Pamferdam has just...
I've got a quick question.
Yeah.
How thick are the walls of this tree stump?
I would say to get to the core, this is like minimum 30 feet of wood. It was a massive tree.
How thick is the door, though?
The door is like a door. It's not very thick at all.
Could I have spent this time as Clout has been lecturing Vice looking for rocks?
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
12?
12. You find a small handful of rocks. Add 4 rocks to your inventory.
I've got 4 rocks.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yes, something. Don't kill. Why'd you run off like that, you absolute walnut?
He's gonna actually like grab him by the shirt and say, like, no, you listen here, buddy. If you kill somebody else, if you even think about it, like, you understand murder is bad, right?
Yes. Does that help you at any point in time?
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
not going to apologize for what I did.
I'm not looking for an apology.
Good. So Pam's in there.
Hey, Clout, can you roll me a d8?
Oh boy. I got a 4.
4. Okay, let me just check that real quick. So as you and Clout are having this argument, the two of you are like swarmed by flies. That just seem to kind of like be doing that like quick like flyby landing. Like they'll just come like rest on you just long enough for it to be annoying and then they fly away, but they just seem to be like centered on the two of you as you quarrel.
trying to swat them away. So are we gonna leave Pam in there, or what?
I'm gonna go talk to them.
Hey, whoa.
Yes?
What are you gonna, like, you gonna trade something else?
Why not?
It's what got us into this situation to begin with.
No, what got us into this situation was someone running off and murdering someone. Now I'm gonna help. Lowry's gonna start heading for the tree stump.
Okay. As you're heading for the tree stump, Pam, you are in the process of looking around the tree stump. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for that container that they used to transport the memory from the robbery, as well as alternate points of exit.
Okay, yeah, make a investigation check.
Investigation. 8.
An 8. So you see that there are, like, hallways that lead out of this main area, but you're not sure if they lead to, like, resting areas or where the giant snails are. You can just see that, like, without traveling too far, you can just tell, like, there are multiple ways. You do not read Haringen, but each of these ways has, like, written on them the direct, like, where they lead to. Except for the one that you're assuming is the giant snails, because it looks like a child's carving of a giant snail into a wall with two what looks like little rabbit folk with their arms up and, like, little smiles on their small rabbit faces riding atop it. You're guessing that that's probably where those are. But you do not spy the gourd.
Okay. Then for now, I'm going to kind of just linger near the door I came in from while just observing the behaviors of these Harengon.
Okay, yeah, and as you are there at the door, or at least near the hallway to the door, as again, there was a small, like, about 20-foot hallway that led from the door to the actual inner sanctum of this ancient stump. You hear a knock, and the
I got
knock is coming from Lowry. I would assume Lowry's knocking, but if you would like to instead, like, burst open the door with druidic fury, you are more than welcome to do that.
No. No, she'll just knock on the door.
The bottom bar slides open. And you see the chubby face of Harengon Pamferdam.
Why aren't you a bunny anymore?
We should go back to the inn.
Don't you think, like, now that we're, like, already waist deep in the stuff, we might as well just follow through?
No one had to die on my behalf, Pam.
Oh no, somebody died? Oh, Ted! Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that part really sucked, and these people seem pretty upset about it, and also really confused. Can we, like, leave something behind for them before we go?
Go get their leader. I'll talk to him.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Going to go and try and find the Great Blue Wonder.
All right, it's not difficult. His scarf, so bright and vibrant. What a wonderful blue color. And Agdon then just, Bubblebrook.
Oh, hey, there's somebody at the door who wants to talk to you.
Did he end up coming back from his definitely totally long-term pass-out times?
Oh, no, this is a really nice person.
And how do you know who's a really nice person?
I have a really good judge of character.
I'll take that with a grain of salt. let them in.
All right, okay.
Meanwhile, outside, Clout is now hovering over Lowry's shoulder, like, listen, you really don't have to do this. This wasn't your fault.
Still doesn't make it right.
So, what? Like, you're gonna trade something else really important to you? I'm supposed to sit off to the side and watch something happen to a person who didn't do anything wrong? I've been doing that for 8 years. Fuck that.
If you'd like to talk to them as well, you can come in with me. But no one else will die. Whatever I lost, it wasn't worth someone's life.
I want to say that before Clout has a chance to respond, the door opens again.
And you just see a very small-looking Harrigan.
Welcome to the Brigands camp. My name is Pamferdam, and don't tell anyone otherwise.
Lowry will stoop down as she walks past him. You're doing great.
Thank you. This is my first time.
Okay. So who all is going inside of the Harrigan Fortress? Clout, you were on Lowry's tail, and Lowry seems very intent on going into this building. Vice, are you also following?
Yep.
All right. So, Pamferdam or Bumper Bun?
Pamferdam.
Bumperdum. Okay.
Bumper dumb.
As you make your way into this hallway, Agdon is sitting haughtily in his large chair atop his mountain of stuff. And the other Harringans are like, ah, yes, let us see who has come to speak with us. And as soon as they see Vice, all clubs, slings, a knife, crossbow, one of them has your ball and chain, and like it looks just very like they don't know how to use it, and it's kind of embarrassing. And they are just, well, okay, hold up, no, hey, Bubbadum, you just told me that it was not that guy. He's the one who killed Ted. He's the one who's been making spooky voices inside of Jerry.
Oh yeah, well I was talking about this one. This one was up at the door. I'm sorry. Hospitality.
All right,
I just
we're
had to
gonna
let
have to
everybody
learn
in, right?
about the hospitality aside. One, you are not welcome, Mr. Jemmy Arm. You killed Ted, so unless you have a way of making that better, piss off. Off you go. Bye-bye. Outies.
To be fair, you stabbed me first, and I was going to knock him out.
What? No, okay. No,
Yes.
I don't believe you. Get out of my hole.
The monarch of the Witchlight Carnival seeks an audience with Agdon.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna inspire that persuasion check.
What's your inspiration die?
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank goodness, because I didn't roll well. That'll be an 11.
Agdon, like there is like clamoring, and Agdon just like in character just like brings his hand up and then clenches his fist and silences it, and as he does, all of the clamoring halts. Just, we respect the old ways here in the Tollway. Monarch, I do beseech you, is this man with you?
He is traveling with me.
Your traveling companion has murdered one of my men. With that in mind, I do not take kindly to Ted's death. I ask that he be removed in order to increase my own morale.
If you don't mind, I would like for him to leave when I leave.
Hospitality indeed.
If it makes any difference, I promise on pain of being permanently knocked out that I am not here to fight you.
It does not help your case, and you will speak when spoken to.
That's fair.
Monarch? You have come into the Tollway, home of my stuff. You have sought audience, and audience has been granted. What is it that you have come to beseech?
My traveling companions seemed to think that something was taken to me that warranted their actions tonight. And I came to apologize.
How is it that something was taken from you? Our group, we may be brigands in name, but we do not take. We ask first. Isn't that right? We ask first. And the crowd just, yeah, we ask first. We tell them it's a hold-up every time.
They haven't traveled in the Feywild before. I don't think they understood the ways of the Fey.
Then you will do your best to remind them of our contract.
I will.
As stated, your traveling companion has taken something from me and my men. That being the life of Ted, who is very important. He was in charge of making breakfast, the most important meal of the day. No one made hash like him. How are you, Monarch, going to make this right if you are vouching for your traveling companion this day? We have ideas. We have an understanding of how these sort of things work. And it seems you do as well. So I ask you first before we make a counter offer. What do you think is fair for the life of the best breakfast maker inside a hither?
Lowry sees the wheels turning and bites his head and just turns and says, no.
No, that was RJ muttering. He was the best breakfast maker in Hither.
Will be again.
We are here to set things right in the plane. And we plan to deal with those who currently rule.
And what is so wrong with the ones that would offer me my freedom? Bavlorna has been nothing but kind to me. So if you seek to remove her from power, you walk in here, Monarch, as my enemy.
Are you really free if you're under someone's thumb?
Yes! Previously, on Witchlight, from whence you may have seen, do you see this scarf? Previous ruler tied me to a beanstalk that grew as far into the sky as it possibly could, nailed it into the tree, and just let me go. Was going to leave me there to die. The current rulers, they feed me and my men and women. They offer me giant snails. They offer us protection. Yes, I think that this sort of freedom is exactly what you do not get to say. This is what we offer. This is what we have gotten. And this is our lot.
And if you could be in charge of a legitimate enterprise under a new rule, would you want that?
I don't think you understand. This is a legitimate enterprise.
Holding people up on the highway, not very legitimate.
We have differing ideas of legitimacy, your monarchy.
That's fair.
Out of character or in character note?
In character, just a question.
The Harangan is ignoring you pointedly.
Turns to Lowry. I'm sorry, but could you please ask him if he did anything to be warranted getting staked to a beanstalk? Please and thank you.
My traveling companion would like to know if you did anything that would warrant getting pegged to a beanstalk.
I did the same thing that I am currently doing because I am good at it.
What
This
if
is
you
what
do
I was doing before. Beanstalked, let down, still doing it.
Being good at something doesn't make it right.
And who are you to speak?
The enforcer of the monarch.
And do you also vouch for the murderer of Ted?
Hell no.
So, Monarch, I ask you pointedly, not your companions in this travel, what do you owe us for the life that the man you vouch for has taken? Because again, we have ideas. And we're willing to call it a null sum, so long as you abide by our contract. Blightclaw will bring Ted back to life. But she needs something in return. We're not looking for anything extra. Just what she would need in order to get me a good breakfast.
The emotion that you took from me, would that be enough?
That was not part of this deal.
No, but you have it, and I don't.
We do.
My
Or
friends won't seek to
did.
get it back.
I want his. And his.
I can't negotiate for them. That is up to them.
You are their monarch, yes?
I am.
You speak for them.
I speak for myself.
Then, using your own words, ask them if this is recompense. And if they say no, you can kindly swan off.
She'll look at them.
I'll throw in Ted's stuff if I get back mine.
So long as we can put this all behind us. But I'll have you know, you may think that you're abiding by the rules of 3. But last I checked, thievery is pretty much the opposite of abiding by the rule of ownership.
That's one thing that you don't understand, Chatty Cathy. Bavlorna owns everything in this domain. We're merely her collectors. So what'll it be? Feelings from you, feelings from you. We'll take back what we took, as far as your weapons and such. and you leave this place.
Right.
Clout's gonna like turn to Vice and just sort of hiss sidelong to him. You see, this is what happens when you just kill people.
Well, if they can get it past their cotton balls between their ears that taking happiness from other people isn't really great, incidents like this will probably not happen in the future. If you, hell, just do a normal fucking robbery, for God's sakes.
Are you gonna do it or what?
There is a sling, a club that is placed on the floor.
And in return, some knives, a ball and chain. The ball and chain is like given reluctantly. Like, it's like, but I want to keep it. I want to learn. They're like, we'll get you your own.
Shop smart, shop S smart. Alright, where's your gourd?
And Agdon, you just see what looks like a blue streak of lightning where he was as he disappears and then reappears with a gourd. And he opens it. And then points it towards you, Clout. Clout, what was the best gift you were ever given?
Sorry, I have to do some serious mental gymnastics here. One time, when he was really young, he was going hungry to make sure that his sister was fed. And someone passed him a loaf of bread on the street, and it was soaking wet and a little bit dirty and half-eaten and pretty stale, but it kept him going long enough to help his sister.
Okay. And the feeling of delight that was associated with receiving that piece of bread disappears from you. And you see it travel into the gourd. The gourd is then pointed towards you, Vice.
Visibly grimacing, he'll give it up.
Okay. And what is it?
It's the memory of when he first held his daughter.
Okay. And you see what looks like a loaf of bread come from Clout into the gourd, point over towards Vice, and a bundle no larger than the size of a loaf of bread comes from Vice, and then into the gourd. And Agdon puts the stopper back on it. You see that like vibration, and he is no longer holding the gourd. A deal's been struck. We no longer have business. Is there anything else that you would ask in this meeting, Monarch? Or are we done here? Cannot hear you.
Just that I hope you get your friend back. And if not, I'm sorry for your loss.
You broke up a little bit.
I can follow along reading the CC on the other screen.
Yeah, it came across on the CC, but I think for the audio cast, you should repeat yourself.
Just that I hope you get your friend back. And if not, I'm sorry for your loss. She'll leave.
Okay. Clout, Vice, two of you turning, leaving with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll close the door after them.
Excellent job, Bambasnatch. You got this.
Thanks, boss.
What'd you say?
She said, "Thanks, boss."
Okay.
That wasn't his name.
No, it was not.
My God.
Boss. That's fine.
As soon as like we pass the threshold of the doorway, Pamferdam immediately switches from bunny form to gnome form again as they walk back down the branch.
Okay. And as the party is a little bit more somber, and Pamferdam, with your expert disguise of turning into a small Harangon, nothing was traded and you got away kind of scot-free. That is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by and join us for this wonderful game of Dungeons & Dragons, because we couldn't do it without all of you, and I certainly couldn't do it without all of these players. And speaking of these players, I couldn't do things without. Hey, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, my name is RJ, and you can catch me at rjustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream with my friends. You can catch me here, of course, on Mondays and Sundays. Mondays in our 5e homebrew campaign, Sundays for Witchlight. I don't think this week we're doing anything over at GGK on Thursdays and Saturdays, but normally there is a Good Society / Urban Shadows game that is run there on Thursdays called Elegant Creatures, that's what we're calling it. And on Saturdays, we rotate between Mistborn and a 5e, not a 5e game, a JoJo's Bizarre-inspired adventure called Star Power. And finally, rounding out my week, Sundays over at the Hypegoblin's channel, where I play a Bard Sorcerer, and he's having a time as well. That's me, though. DanaeKeener.com.
That means it's my turn. Hey everybody, I am Sarah, or the Hype Goblin. You can find me on all the social medias as the Hype Goblin. If you would like to hear me talk about DMing things, I did an interview today over on That Nerd Shrike's YouTube channel. You can go check that out. It's available now on his lives. You can find me throughout the week playing TTRPGs on Twitch, playing video games on Thursdays and Fridays, and on Sundays playing in Nexus Adventures. And starting this February, you'll be able to see us playing a Numenera game on Saturday nights. Other than that, just Google the Hype Goblin. You'll find me, DanaeKeener.com.
And then good evening, y'all. I am Mediaflare. I am a voice actor and tabletop streamer myself. I do a little bit of gaming on my channel as well. You can find me, here on Sundays, otherwise on my own channel on Mondays at twitch.tv/Mediaflare. I stream a D&D game where the party consists of people from our world pulled into D&D, and they are trying to find their way back home. I also have a couple of other things getting ready finally to come into the light, but I can't exactly say just yet for, I guess, technically spoiler reasons. Yeah, that's pretty much it. DanaeKeener.com.
Speaking of Danae Keener, hey everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D, and a lot of things on this channel. You can also find me at Danae Keener on Twitter. I've got a pinned tweet there that has all my schedule on it and all of the streams that I'm in, so go and check that out. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, it's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday, and starting not next week, the week after, Thursdays, Monster Noir is returning. That's right, we're going to finish up that game. We're going to figure out what the hell we're doing. I had a note that said Dr. Stevenson on it, and I don't remember which doctor that was that we were going up against. So come on back. It's going to be a great time. We're all going to be relearning the system, relearning our characters, relearning the game. It's going to be a blast. GB is going to be helming that one. We're also going to have our very own Satan on the show, as well as our dear friend Jen, aka Causa Sigma. Koshki Sigma, I don't, Jen.
Kazuke Sigma.
Kosuke Sigma or Laughmaker D&D. They are a storyteller of many names and one of my favorites. So be sure to go and check that out. Once we go live, you will see notes and notices and all of those kinds of things as we return. But we are going to be heading into our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. If you have questions for us, feel free to post them in the Twitch chat to the side. Now's not a great time because it's the end of the show, but if you join us on Discord, the link can be found in the Twitch chat to the side, or in the description of this video or audio cast down below. We have a side chat, questions for the courts, ask us there. We will do our best to respond to those questions in kind. But as we head off for the evening, I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. Thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.